The Prime Minister must resign, demanded the opposition today. Why are you afraid of a debate? Asked the government, with their defence being that state governments of Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh and West Bengal had also asked for allocation of coal blocks versus auction. The larger point, however, is being missed by all parties. What the CAG report shows is a larger political rot over how our natural resources are being given away for a song.
The Prime Minister must resign. His statement won't do. That's the war cry of the BJP, which over the CAG report on coal blocks adjourned both houses of Parliament. The CAG report has said that between 2004 and 2009, coal blocks were given to private players cheaply instead of being auctioned. That's the period that the Prime Minister was in charge of the coal ministry.
The Prime Minister, who was uncharacteristically cool and calm despite being under attack from the opposition demanding his resignation, told NDTV very categorically that he was ready to make a statement and ready to respond to whatever the opposition wants.
प्रधानमंत्री इस्तीफा इसलिए दें क्योंकि प्रधानमंत्री कोयला मंत्री थे, जबकि कोल ब्लॉक का आवंटन किया गया और बहुत गलत ढंग से आवंटन किया गया।
हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी कोई गलत काम कर ही नहीं सकते, और अगर वो कोई भी ऐसे आरोप लगाता है कि प्रधानमंत्री जी ने कोई गलत काम किया, तो उस आरोप में कोई तथ्य है ही नहीं।
It is not one scam or one scandal, lakhs of crores, one after another. Nation's wealth is being looted.
देखिए, प्रधानमंत्री का इस्तीफा विपक्ष 2004 से मांग रहा है। हर महीने वो प्रधानमंत्री का हर बात पे इस्तीफा मांगते हैं, सोते जागते उठते बैठते, नींद खुली प्रधानमंत्री इस्तीफा दो, सो गए प्रधानमंत्री, हर समय प्रधानमंत्री का इस्तीफा मांगते रहते हैं लोग। बीजेपी का काम है डे वन से कि कैसे प्रधानमंत्री इस्तीफा दें।
The government has sent subtle messages to end the impasse to the opposition, but the BJP is not likely to relent in near future, as the party is trying to reclaim the anti-corruption plank which was hijacked by Team Anna. Also, there is an attempt to unsettle Prime Minister Manmohan Singh, who seems to be trying an economic turnaround. Interestingly, on the issue of Prime Minister's resignation, there is a doublespeak within the BJP. While the party has been asking for his resignation in Parliament, insiders say that Manmohan Singh over the last 3 years has generated tremendous anti-incumbency, and the party will like him to stay around till 2014. In New Delhi, Rahul Srivastava for NDTV.
So is the government now in the defensive? What will their reactions be to the opposition determination to stall the House and asking for the Prime Minister's resignation? Is this viable? Joining me tonight, I spoke a short while ago to Coal Minister Mr. Shri Prakash Jaiswal. I began by asking Mr. Jaiswal, the opposition says, sir, that they will not let Parliament function unless the Prime Minister resigns. What is the response? You've been fielded as Coal Minister to respond. What is your response?
रिजिग्नेशन मांगने वालों से मेरा एक क्वेश्चन है
जी,
कि अगर कैग की रिपोर्ट पर आप इस गवर्नमेंट का रिजिग्नेशन मांग रहे हैं, तो पहले तो गुजरात की गवर्नमेंट का रिजिग्नेशन मांगिए, उसके बाद मध्य प्रदेश की गवर्नमेंट का रिजिग्नेशन मांगिए, फिर छत्तीसगढ़ की गवर्नमेंट का रिजिग्नेशन मांगिए, क्योंकि इन तीनों सरकारों के खिलाफ कैग ने भारी घपले का आरोप लगाया है। अगर आप उन सरकारों से इस्तीफा नहीं मांगते हैं, तो कैग की रिपोर्ट के आधार पर आप कैसे इस सरकार से इस्तीफा मांग रहे हैं?
पर जायसवाल जी, जो आप कह रहे हैं, ये कंपेटिटिव पॉलिटिक्स की बात हुई। द बीजेपी सेइंग द लार्जर इशू इज दैट द सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट, द करंट सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट इज अकाउंटेबल फॉर स्कैम्स रनिंग इनटू लैक्स ऑफ क्रोर्स। दे आर रेजिंग दिस पर्टिकुलर स्कैम, आप वो स्कैम रेज करेंगे। व्हाट इज द बेनिफिट ऑफ दैट टू द पीपल ऑफ इंडिया?
स्टेट गवर्नमेंट्स ने अपोज किया कि आप बिडिंग प्रोसेस से अगर करेंगे तो उससे कोल महंगा होगा, पार हमारे यहां महंगी होगी, हमारे प्रदेश की ग्रोथ रुक जाएगी, और सबसे बड़ी चीज तो ये असॉल्ट होगा संघीय व्यवस्था पर। इसलिए हमारे पास और कोई विकल्प नहीं था सिवाय इसके कि हम उस प्रोसेस को चालू रखें जिसको कि एनडीए की रिजीम में चालू रखा गया था, उसके पहले भी चालू रखा गया था और यूपीए 1 में भी चालू रखा गया। हम देश की ग्रोथ को नहीं रोक सकते थे, हम देश के इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन को नहीं रोक सकते थे।
पर जायसवाल जी, आप कह रहे हैं कि ये देश, दिस वाज अ मैटर ऑफ द ग्रोथ ऑफ इंडिया, But the fact is that in 2012, we've seen the situation. Hamare coal imports, they're at a record level. The policy hasn't brought any benefit to the country. In fact, our current status of coal generation is dismal.
वही तो मेरा ऑब्जेक्शन है कि कैग ने ये जो रिपोर्ट दिखाई है 57 कोल ब्लॉक्स में से 56 तो अभी ऑपरेशनलाइज नहीं हुए हैं, केवल एक ब्लॉक अभी तक चालू हुआ है। तो किस आधार पर ये नुकसान आंका गया है, ये तो पता लगना चाहिए कि किस आधार पर उन्होंने आंका है। यही तो मेरा और ऑब्जेक्शन है।
नहीं जायसवाल जी, उन्होंने कैलकुलेशन दिया है कि उसने वो प्रोडक्शन कॉस्ट और डिवीजन, उसने पूरा कैलकुलेशन है कैग रिपोर्ट में, बट आप जो अभी कह रहे हैं वो कॉन्ट्रडिक्टरी नहीं है। एक तो आप कह रहे हैं कि सिर्फ एक ब्लॉक, 57 ब्लॉक्स में से सिर्फ एक ब्लॉक अभी चालू है, फिर आप कहते हैं कि ये जो पॉलिसी है इट वाज टू एक्सेलरेट ग्रोथ, तो इट कांट बी बोथ अ फेलियर एंड अ सक्सेस।
मैं आपको बताना चाहता हूं कि ये बात आज से 6 साल पहले तो किसी को नहीं पता थी कि अभी इसमें फॉरेस्ट्री क्लियरेंस नहीं मिला है, इसमें एनवायरमेंटल क्लियरेंस नहीं मिला है, इसमें अभी लैंड एक्विजिशन में प्रॉब्लम आएगी। ये बात तो किसी को नहीं पता थी। कोल ब्लॉक्स एलोकेटीज को भी नहीं पता थी। उन्होंने एलोकेट कराए और कराने के बाद उन्होंने ये एश्योर किया कि हम इसको तुरंत शुरू करेंगे। इसके बाद अगर फॉरेस्ट्री क्लियरेंस की प्रॉब्लम आई, एनवायरमेंटल क्लियरेंस की प्रॉब्लम आई या लैंड एक्विजिशन की प्रॉब्लम आई, तो उसमें सरकार का क्या दोष था? ये सारी प्रॉब्लम्स को तो फेस करना ही पड़ेगा।
नहीं, पर जायसवाल जी, द सरकार इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल इवेंचुअली, द अकाउंटेबिलिटी लाइज विद द गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ऑन गेटिंग क्लियरेंसेज एज वेल. The larger point, the government's attack seems to be not so much on the opposition but on the CAG itself. Now, given that this is a constitutional body, how can you just dismiss their reports, their calculations so easily? How can you just say this is all rubbish?
ना मैं किसी को बकवास कह रहा हूं, ना मैं किसी की आलोचना कर रहा हूं। कैग का अपना काम है ऑडिट करना और सरकार का अपना काम है 125 करोड़ लोगों के लिए देश की ग्रोथ को बढ़ाना, इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन को बढ़ाना, जिससे देश की बेरोजगारी को दूर किया जा सके। कैग ने अपनी रिपोर्ट दी है, जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन कहता है, जो सिस्टम कहता है, वो पीएसी भी जा चली गई है। और अगर विपक्ष को ज्यादा तकलीफ है, विपक्ष ये समझता है कि इस पे डिबेट जरूरी है, तो डिबेट कराना चाहिए। पार्लियामेंट न चलने देने का क्या औचित्य है? हम डिबेट करने को तैयार हैं। विपक्ष को चाहिए कि आके डिबेट में भाग ले। दूध का दूध, पानी का पानी देश की जनता के सामने जाना चाहिए कि वास्तव में क्या हुआ है, देश की जनता भी तो जाने।
Jaiswal ji, you're saying let it come to the floor of the House. We'll decide there who's telling the truth and who's not. Joining me tonight, our special panel also looking at the whole question of debate versus disruption versus resignation. Where does the truth lie? Should this go on the floor of the House? Is everyone culpable? Is the larger political system culpable as well, whether it's state governments or central governments? Joining me tonight on that is Union Minister of State for Planning, Mr. Ashwini Kumar. I'm also joined by Piyush Goyal of the BJP, Rajiv Kumar of FICCI and Prashant Bhushan of India Against Corruption, and also well-known Supreme Court advocate who's been raising these CAG reports as PILs as well. Mr. Kumar, we just heard the Coal Minister and presumably you will echo many of the points he's raised. But the point being, whether we look at this as an issue of corruption or incompetence, the government seemed to be sleeping when this policy process happened. We can argue about figures and zeros. The point is, were our natural resources given away for a song?
Absolutely not. That's precisely the point. They throw a stone and insist on running away and scooting without hearing us. We've said times immemorial, please discuss any issue you want on the floor of the House. People of India are entitled to ask us, have they sent us to Parliament to debate or kill a debate? If this is so grave an issue, if this is so important an issue, and I'm sure it is an important issue, why can't it be debated on the floor of the House? Why stall the functioning of Parliament? And let me tell you, it is clear to everyone who has anything to do with politics that the entire idea of orchestrating a situation where Parliament becomes dysfunctional is not to face a rational, civilized rejoinder, because we have so much to say to demolish every single charge that they know that once the matter is taken to a debate on the floor of the House, they would be exposed before the nation. And the BJP should know if on the basis of CAG's observations, the Prime Minister's resignation can be asked for, I want to ask them two questions. When Coffin Gate happened, did Mr. Bajpai resign? When
the Congress boycotted the House then, but
we can boycott the House, but
you didn't let the House function.
No, the resignation part of it. I'm talking the resignation part of it. We said to them that
you asked the Defence Minister to resign. The Prime Minister's coal minister at the time. That's why they're asking him to resign.
I'm saying in Bajpayi's time. Coffin.
No, but the Defence Minister George Fernandes, they're asking the Prime Minister's resignation because he was coal minister at the time.
No, he was. I'm talking of George Fernandes when Coffin Gate happened.
Yes.
Did Mr. Bajpai resign?
But they're asking for the Prime Minister because he was the minister.
I know. There's no question.
So you'll have asked Defence Minister to resign.
They are asking it on the. My point. You didn't allow me to clear. They are asking it on the basis of an auditor's observation. This had also been observed, and Mr. Advani was the Deputy Prime Minister and the Home Minister when he was indicted on the Ayodhya matter. Did he resign? The issue is, if you are going to have an auditor's observation become a basis of fixing vicariously criminal liability or culpability or responsibility for consequential losses, this will be the end of everything that we have known in law.
What is the auditor for then? Why do we waste crores on having a constitutional body like this?
I will tell you. The auditor's job is to find grounds to say that in his judgment a particular loss has been caused. He is entitled to say that. But in itself, everyone knows, people on the panel know, that in itself the CAG's report is not actionable. It has to be validated by the Public Accounts Committee, to which it has been referred and transposed, where departments will be called by the members of Parliament who are members of the committee to give their comments. After a comprehensive debate, a finding would be arrived at, which again will then be discussed in Parliament, and only then can something come out of those observations. And one moment, an auditor is not an adjudicator. An auditor is not entitled by his remit to fix responsibility for wrongdoing or criminality.
Well, an auditor is seen by many, the CAG has come up as a hero for many because he's seen as impartial and a constitutional functionary. Piyush Goyal come in here, many points raised by Ashwini Kumar and Mr. Jaiswal. I'll give you time to answer them. Starting with 2 or 3 points, basically being that look, the BJP did exactly the same process, we continued the NDA process, the same argument used in the 2G scam as well, the NDA did the same thing. And if you go by CAG reports, why haven't Gujarat governments and other governments of the BJP indicted by CAG also resigned?
Well, on all the 3 points, my very learned friend and senior colleague is completely misleading the debate. Let's see the first one. First of all, the problem with the Congress is that whenever any constitutional authority says anything against them, they start denigrating them. We've seen that in 1975, what they did with the courts when they imposed emergency. We've seen that happen with the Election Commission before, and now we've seen that consistently with the CAG. Just for the information of my learned friend and my senior colleague, Chapter 5 of the Constitution mandates the CAG to see the revenue and expenditure from the Consolidated Fund of India and transactions related to the contingency funds and public accounts. Now the CAG is very much within its mandate to look at the revenue leakages and the losses. I myself am a chartered accountant. I have been doing audit, and it is our duty to the stakeholders to inform them where managements have cheated their companies or their organizations. And in this case, the Auditor General makes such scathing comments, and if I may be permitted to just mention one, they have again and again been saying it went through a screening committee. The CAG mentions the screening committee recommended the allocation of coal blocks to a particular allottee out of all the applicants for that coal block by way of minutes of the screening committee. However, there was nothing on record in the said minutes or on any other document on any comparative evaluation of the applicants for a coal block, which was relied on by the screening committee. The minutes did not indicate how each of the applicant for a particular coal block was evaluated. Thus, a transparent method for allocation of coal blocks was not followed by the screening committee. And therein lies the hub. The problem with the government is they are just trying to divert the issue to the NDA And for their kind information, it was the